Hi, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be your, I know it's such a glare. Sorry about that. This is going to be your mini cross reading for April 2021. I do have with me the Radiant White deck. I have with me the La Vida Sibilas. And then you're going to get an opportunity to pose two questions to the tarot, which I will be using the angel answer and the Greek mythology cards. But instead of using the Greek names, I'll be using the Roman names. Okay. So I have already done some meditation and shuffling on your sign. So let me go ahead and let me find a place to put my phone. Turn this around here. Okay. And I'm going to put one more rifle and one more shuffle on these. I'm using dug around and found an old webcam, which actually somewhat has a zoom on it. Apple doesn't make any camera settings for their camera on that comes with the device, or any camera that you will attach to it, a third, well, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, a USB or anything like that. There's no way to control it. There's no settings. There's no nothing. So I'm hoping you guys will get a chance to see these cards up close. So here we go. First card down is where we are at the moment. It is the Two of Cups. Let me see if I can dim that light a little bit, or put another color on it maybe. I don't even know. I don't know. Let me try to dim it down. There we go. That's much better. Okay, so this is where we are now. This is what we stand on, or what we know to be true. It's the Page of Pentacles. The near or distant past. The King of Coins. I'm going to be honest. The unknown factor. The Nine of Pentacles. Wow, it's a lot of pentacles. And the near or distant future. It is a Four of Wands. Well, something is in the air. I will be honest with you. Because almost all of the readings I've done have either been speaking to romance or business and career opportunities, or financial opportunities coming up. I know we have Jupiter will be moving into Pisces. This is really going to be, I think, second to the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. It's going to be rather big. So something is in the air. Let me put it to you that way, okay? What is under the deck? We have the Ten of Wands. Well, that makes perfect sense to me. The 10 is a changing energy. Now, just looking at this, if I go from the 10 of Wands to the 4, that gives me 6 Wands. So this tells me that whatever this thing is, you're going to be able to overcome it. For some of you, you may have already overcome it. Some of you will be working through this as we move through the month of April. For others of you, it could play out a month or two after. Now, in the center, this row here is kind of like, and there's two ways to read these two cards. Because most tarot card readers will simply look at the Two of Cups like a romantic reading. But a romantic interpretation. But I have seen this show up when you have met a business partner who you guys just get each other, you work well together, you respect each other, and you make each other better in terms of being, work colleagues or partners, okay? So I don't always like to just say that one card is one thing or another, because it can indicate many different things. However, on the back side of this Two of Cups is the Shack Up card. Okay? And sometimes when this card presents with the Two of Cups, this could be the idea of a marriage proposal coming. Maybe you guys move in together. But also the Four of Wands is this idea as well that there's some kind of project that you have culminated or you have started. It was an ace. Then you made the decision, which was the 2. Then you moved forward with it, which was a 3, but there were some suspended events. You may have had to move forward. And finally, you reached the 4. So this tells me that whatever this thing is, it's solid and it's stable. Okay. Again, I have seen this show up when you are about to, I've seen it show up sometimes when people receive inheritance, well, not an inheritance, but an unexpected financial windfall to come in through a partnership. Now, this King of Pentacles can be, normally he would be a male, he would be a Taurus, okay? But, you know, he could be any sign, really. He could even be another earth sign, but he could be any sign. As a characteristic, this is going to be someone who is financially savvy, may own businesses or own property, may, you know, run a business. He could be a banker, an accountant, not an investor, not the philanthropist. That would be more the what do you call it? The emperor energy, right? You know, he knows stuff about money and he would be willing to help and or assist. But even though I'm talking about a male, even if you are a female, if you're out doing your own thing, right? If you're putting together deals or what have you, or you thinking about taking on a new business partner or, you know, doing a collaboration with somebody, this could be you as well. I think what is interesting is that no matter which way I slice this spread, he's holding the Ace of Pentacles, okay? This page is holding the Ace of Pentacles. So this is some message that comes through that has financial implications to it, all right? It's not the Knight of Pentacles. For me, Knights always make a situation move on. So this is like maybe the start, maybe because he's a student. So maybe you got to learn a bit more. You got to do a bit more. But then here in the distant past, this is where we are now, okay, in our present here. But this is what we know to be true. So this tells me that you've already gotten the news and maybe there are some things in the work. It is based upon either this king that you have already met, you already know this person, or this person will be stepping forward soon. And with the Nine of Pentacles, to me that card always indicates, first of all, that it is someone who has kind of blotted out the white noise and focused on what it was that they needed to do. And honestly, during this time of COVID, if there were some things you wanted to get done or to be ready to get back into the groove once the economy starts to move, and it will be moving. This is, I think, going to happen a lot sooner than we think. With the, particularly here in the States, with the rate of vaccinations that are happening, we're going to be able to go back to some semblance of normalcy. It will never go back to the way it was before, but and so this tells me that whatever the distractions or whatever you felt like doing is, oh, screw it, and taking your computer and throwing it across the room. You didn't do that. You stayed focused on whatever it was that you wanted to do. And in doing so, you have, in a sense, placed yourself in a pretty decent financial position. Why? We ain't been able to go nowhere and spend. Some people are saving money like crazy. And so here with this Nine of Pentacles, to me, this card, I see this card show up often when there's a move about to happen. Literally, it could be a house move. It can even be a move, let's say like your office. You're going to be changing work locales, or you're moving for work, right? And so I don't see any, what do you call it? Major arcana cards here. So this is not a spiritual lesson. This is really all on a mundane level. So this Two of Cups talks about not only having that kind of partnership in which, you know, everything is just good. It's balanced and it's whole, it's holistic, it's healthy for you, it's good for you. It makes you more productive and happier and more alive. But this can also be an indication, particularly here with this caduceus and the symbol of the lion over the top, Leo. You know, that represents creativity, creative projects. The fifth house, the house of fun, the house of creative projects, the house of children, the house of sex and dating. So, it could be any or all of those things. I don't really necessarily see anything that is negative in this. This Four of Wands to me is just simply saying that there's going to be something to celebrate coming up on the other side of this. Now, if I could give you a timing, I wouldn't be here on YouTube, right? I'd be like doing it like Madame Lenormand used to do it for kings and queens and all of that stuff. So I can't necessarily give you a timing here. I can say, again, going back to what I started to say in the beginning, I have these two pentacles here, right? Both holding the ace. But if I add this ace with that gives me 10 pentacles. Same thing here, okay? So to me, in other words, if I subtract these two from the 9, that leaves me 7 pentacles. So to me, there's this idea of having had to wait. And while you've been waiting, you've been, I don't know, doing a lot of projects, got a lot of irons in the fire. There's this struggle. Sometimes I've seen this card show up when you've been trying to move and the finances just haven't been there, or the deal keeps falling through. It's as if, every house you look at, somebody beats you to it. I've seen it show up in that way, when you're trying to purchase a piece of property. So it very well could be that what the cards are trying to tell you, really in I think a very clear manner, is that this energy is about to change. It is over. It is a 10. Not only will this energy change to an ace, but these pentacles are going to change as well. So this tells me that there's going to be a new way of doing things, and there's going to be a new fashion and a new passion, a new focus, and a new determination, okay, coming up. So there really is no need. I don't have any negative vibes coming off of any of this. Of course, this is not true for everyone. That requires a personal reading. You can find my email address there on the bottom of the screen. Can you see it right there? So you can just type it in, my email address, my website address, and go over and look for tarot consultations to get a better handle on what's happening for you and your situation. So what I'm going to do now, there's no need for me to pull any Sibila cards, is I want you to formulate a question. That's what I'm trying to say. For the angel answer cards. Okay. I'm going to put one more rifle on this. And then I'm going to want you to formulate a question for the Greek mythology cards. So here we go. Angel answer cards. Okay. And now the Greek mythology cards. Now, this is not the full deck of cards. I'm only pulled out the cards that I could actually relate to the Roman gods. There are more cards here. There are so many different Greek gods, it can get kind of confusing. And there's a particular hierarchy that is used with the Roman gods. Remain positive. This is Hephaestus, otherwise known as Vulcan or Vulcano. Vulcan for the Roman gods. He was the husband of Venus. He was lame, so they say, not very attractive. And Venus was married off to him as a gift from Jupiter. She cheated on him, but you know what he was? He was an expert worksman. He made the most beautiful gold things. He fashioned jewelry and weapons. So in other words, he was kind of like a blacksmith, but he's like the blacksmith supreme. So sometimes you will see this card show up when you're dealing with people who work with steel. They can be welders. They can be craftsmen where they are making artwork, because indeed the things that he created were artwork. If it is not that, then what we're talking about is the idea of crafting something beautiful, of creating something quite beautiful, okay? So, the remain positive card, because I don't think you're going to have much longer to wait. Remain positive. The angels are asking you to keep an optimistic attitude. There is a very positive momentum beginning to build toward the creation of your desires. You are speeding your dreams along by maintaining a cheerful and confident demeanor. It may seem as though your plans are taking a long time to manifest, but very soon you will see a change. So do not allow yourself to lose hope when your dreams are so close to coming true. Now, what this is about, I don't know. The workmanship card. Let's see. I'm not going to read the beginning explanations. I find this book to be, I don't know. But what I will do is get down into, what happened? They skipped right over him. The water nymph. He's not even in the book. Hold on one second. Oh, it's alphabetical by the names. I'm looking at the bottom. So hold on one second. Okay. Let me find it for you. It says that not handsome nor beautiful. In fact, he was ridiculed for his physical imperfections. However, he reminds us of the value of workmanship, ingenuity, and perseverance. His mother discarded him for his ugliness, but such was his cunning that he then trapped her on a golden throne, which he had cleverly forged. Only after he had been given Venus's hand in marriage, did he release his mother, and this won him the respect of the other gods. As a blacksmith, Vulcan had legendary skills. All important mythical equipment on Olympus, including intricate metalwork, weapons, and magical tools, were fashioned by him. Jupiter himself depended on him for his thunderbolts and his scepter. So you see, whatever this represents, or whomever this represents, it's very important. He has strength, talent, and craftsmanship. Such potential lies before you now, and there may be an opportunity to create something special with hard work, perseverance, and maybe even skills you didn't know you had. So that's what I have for you, Libra. I think you guys have had kind of a tough year despite the coronavirus. I remember some of the readings that I've done for you guys. But, like I say, when you're down, the only way to go is back up. So it looks as though your time may be coming. So hang in there. So until next time, take care, stay safe, and namaste.